back to your boy being on the street. I know what most people are thinking. Like, why do you always... Your stream's fucked. Well, that's just horses for courses. I can't appeal to everyone. I'm sorry, I can't go to Africa. I don't want to go to Africa. Actually, one of the continents I'd probably rather go to Antarctica than Africa. That might sound really insane. Tom Cat's on thing wants to stream with you. Who the fuck is Tom Cats? Tom Cats can kiss my giant asshole. Fuck you, man. Sorry, that's just rude. Sorry, it's just rude, dude. No, I don't do collabs, man. I am the party, dude. I answer only to myself. If you're going to be listening to anything, it's going to be... So if you're going to be hearing me talk, it'll probably be through a video. When you're at my level, dude, I'll tell you what to do. There's very few people I'm gonna bend the knee to, mate. I mean, even if Nicholas Diori wanted to have a chat, I'd say fuck him. Even if Katyklism wanted to have a chat, I'd say fuck off. Anyone I've talked about, they can go fuck themselves. There's probably been a few people actually that I've sort of said, but no celebrities. I've told you, the celebrities are evil. Don't know why you just keep thinking that you need to have celebrities. Where does it say in the Bible, thou shalt have celebrities? In fact, it says on numerous occasions to not have celebrities. So, like, what's happening here, guys? What's the problem? The people want to, you know... But yeah, welcome back. So the week is just trundling along. Very cold, viciously cold. Definitely need the heating on now. It's just too expensive just to leave on all day, so I just kind of just put it on like different intervals. So I usually put it on like half an hour in the morning at lunch, then just like now. It just gives me enough to just kind of. But yeah, my heart goes out to those who they really need it. Should be getting a package as well. So yeah, it's gonna be like the same thing. It's gonna have to be doing Katyklism videos. Because where'd my life be without Katyklism videos, you know? And we only got halfway through it. I think we're really starting to get to some interesting developments now, we aren't really, but just content's been fucked. It's just like, I don't know, it's just, I thought people would come back on the... It's been a long time. It's like we're officially back now. We're not like this. I wouldn't say it's still holiday time. Or maybe people did. Maybe people just took like 2 months, 3 weeks off. So yeah, the ship. We're getting there. Didn't really touch it, to be honest with you. I'm trying not to do that because I'm at work. So all I did was a little bit during lunch. I just kind of. All I did, I think, was just add a little bit of white to the mooring rings. I don't think that's what they're officially called. I can't remember what they call them. They're mooring. It's where you put like the mooring ropes when you were like shoring up, berthing up even. No, I don't want to do that. It's just so. Look, it's so. What's the word? Just wants you to accidentally buy something. I never bought a shark card. I don't. One of my best highlights ever. I don't care to admit it. It was that one time when I played this. It was like, it was when the casino, Diamond Casino, just opened up, and it was like a glitch, which was like pretty easy actually. But it basically just meant that you could like, it was something with the horse racing. It was like you bet on the horse, and it was like the horses were just really shitly programmed. So it was like you could just do something where it was like you could glitch it, and it thought that you'd put in like the maximum bet in, but you actually hadn't. And then if you won, you just got like you would make like 200K or something. It was just crazy. I remember just being at work and I was working from home. I was just like had my laptop here and I was just doing my tasks. And I was just like milking it so much. And I got like, I must have got, and I did. I just bought like nothing good with it because it was just I was an idiot and I just bought the fucking stupid. What was it called? The base, and I was like, I bet the base is pretty dope. And it's just when you buy the base, it's just another money sink where it's just like just put more money in, just put, and then people be like, hey, there's a residual mode we can make. And I was just like, fuck that, fuck all of this. You can go kiss my huge giant ass. So you seem to have a real anger issue, you know. Fine. Sorry, I was just kind of waiting on the delivery. 30 minutes. It's crazy because I'm pretty sure the guy came around earlier, and it's like I just don't think he was delivered it because it's just the stupid system. Well, I might not be because I think the woman it's meant to be a woman delivering mine, and it was a guy who was in the truck. It's just a sort of DPT truck, and I was just like, it would be so fucked if they just like would drive it, but because they were like, well, it's because I ordered something, and it was something, yeah, and it was like they just put on a special courier, but because it's because like the courier system has a stupid system where it's like you'd pay a premium to just get it next day, which was what they did because it was urgent. But then there's an extra premium, which would be like the same day morning. Sorry, the next day morning, if you know what I mean. So my theories being, it's like obviously like they paid for the next day, which is still fine because I was okay with that. Um, but I was like, oh, it'd be stupid if they just like they the guy could have delivered it earlier, but they just won't because it's like, well, you didn't pay the extra kind of couple of quid for that. So it's almost like just adds on more. But I don't think it is. I'm just saying it's funny. It's just an observation. I mean, have you ever heard of plane food? What's that all about? It's not like the plane eats anything. You know, I never ever really watched Seinfeld. Like me and my ex, we really tried to get into it, and we just couldn't. We just couldn't. We just couldn't. We were so excited. We were just like so like geared up to watch like 8 seasons of the show, and I just couldn't do it. We loved Curb. Love Curb. And I'm sure, and I think like there's definitely like scenes I've seen where I think like oh that's really funny, like the soup Nazi and stuff. Because I can see the gears in like what's his face, Larry Davis Brown. Um, because it's just like it's like I always used to say that when I watched like anything that Stephen Merchant would write, you could always tell like which parts like Stephen Merchant wrote because like the characters that he because he's a bit like me. And like, anytime like, he wrote for any character, they were always like hyper polite and like really nervous and just like really meek. Whereas you could tell like people have been written more like by David, it would just be a bit more extrovert. But every time, it's like sometimes it was a bit jarring because, for example, like one of the scenes I'm thinking about is when David Brent's like he's trying to like milk his celebrity. It's in the Christmas special, so he's like going to all the fucking nightclubs, and just does these shitty like cameos, like stage presences. And he has a stupid agent who's just like this guy with long hair, and like he's he's like just talking about, and he's just trying to like pretend everything's like better than it is. So he's like trying to like big himself up, and he's just like he's like no, he's venting to him. He's like, "Oh, I said I didn't want to do this stuff. Like, this is just beneath me. It's just demeaning." And he's like, "Oh, come on, it's not that bad. You just have to put this on. You just get paid a couple £100 a night. It's not the worst thing in the world." He's like, "Yeah, but this is just kind of like, I need one to be something with a bit more class. Like, but you know who I'd be really good with? Parkinson. Yeah, get me on a seat with Parkinson. That'd be a great fit." And then you can just tell that the guy is dead mid-written, or they Stephen Merchant, because he's like, see, the only problem with that is, you kind of really, you have to have done something to have kind of get on Parkinson, if you know what I mean? It's just like, I could just tell that was him who wrote it, because it was just like, his character just kind of shifted gear, because you can sometimes tell that if you know a person enough. And I think most people have noticed that, but it's just, I can just tell that's a Stephen, because when you see Stephen Merchant, for example, case in point, like if you, when Stephen's doing the acting as and that's actually funny because that's actually who he becomes anyway. He becomes his agent, Andy DeFrey. No, that's the guy of Thingy. Andy, it's Andy someone. Andy Millman. That's it. Um, he becomes his agent, doesn't he? And you can just tell, like, again, it's like that same kind of way, like, yeah, he kind of just sort of does his comedies, and he's very, like, awkward and very just, like, apologetic, like, playing a very classic way, but the sort of, well, he's not, he's actually from up north. Or, kind of have to really have done something. He's like, no, not all the time. What about that time there was that, the guy at the Olympics who was chained to the the radiator. So the Israel bombing. Sorry, I forgot what it was, but I think it was the Israeli like it's one of the Olympic games where like yeah, just a bunch of the Israeli guys got shot. I think. So no, that guy didn't do anything. He was just chained up to a radio for 8 hours. It's not that much could have happened. It's just so funny. It's just brilliant. So as I can remember, it's beautiful. Sorry, I know. It's a bit of a. I'll find out what that event was. Oh no, what was it? Yeah, the Munich massacre. Yeah, that was it. So, in West Germany, 8 members of the Palestinian militant group killed 2 members of Israeli and took 9 others hostage. Yeah, it was like, no, not all the time. What about that person who was chained up to the radio? The Munich massacre. I was like, yeah, he didn't do anything. He was just chained up to the radio for 8 hours. It just shows like his character is just so like deplorable. Um, Yeah, Yeah, so I don't know if I'm not gonna try and rush this. But essentially all I'm doing now is, I suppose, the je ne sais quoi, but the problem with that is going to be, it's just a lot of little bits of painting. Which is fine. I'm not going to be able to put any stencils on until everything's kind of cemented on, is the verb they love to use. But let's go. Yeah, you do the helicopters and the other boats right at the end, so it's fine. Yeah, this is the problem, you see, because I have still got a couple more kits. Um, I still got this high performance series Corvette ZR1. I again picked it up on a charity shop for next to nothing. I forced to put that at us. And then I've got this massive Gundam. Oh, well, actually, I don't. Got this massive ass Gundam. That's what I mean. It's just crazy. It's ridiculous what I'm doing. It is really ridiculous. But for whatever reason, I need to have 50 subscribers. So fuck, I can't be bothered. Yeah. Fuck you. I'm not gonna bend my knee and change who I am just to suck the nut of some Indian dude who runs the Seeker company. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so locate and cement the large davits in pairs. Right. Got it. You can suck my big penis and nut. Oh, so they are white anyway. Fine. So the davits. So davits are two. So what? How many pairs? Central davits. Pairs. Is there more on the other side? Yeah. No, they're not. So. What is going on? What am I being? What's the gaslighting here? I, okay, it's okay. I'm being stupid. It's just that is actually how big the gap is. So I think that the boats are just that big. 66. Yeah. So I think that yeah. Okay, I get it now. So there's two sets of big davits and there's two sets of small davits. So six davits in total for three boats. But there's two bigger boats and one small one. Fine. And the white bits have to be white. No, it's not that. Yeah, it'd be like that, wouldn't it? Ooh, okay, what about this one? No, that one can't. It has to be ones with the holes in it, doesn't it? Yeah, so it's got to be these two then. Those are the two small ones. Okay, yeah, and they're the big ones. Yeah. You can touch my dick. Sorry, I'm just sorry. I was so offensive. Right, gotta be careful these don't ping off. Yeah, whatever happened to? I'm not calm. I can't say it. I was go to prison. So I think they need to be white. All these life minutes. But let me just double check that. Life rafts. Lick my massive scrote. So they're actually the same color as the ship, but they're actually the bottom bit's black. So that's interesting. So I could do that, and then maybe just put silver in there. Maybe put the inside. I could just make it like a different shade of color. Yeah, I could do something a bit more fun with it. And I think these are just gonna be white. You can be my dark cloud. You can be my beauty queen. You can be my penis queen. Look at my hat. My hat's full of it's full of both. Dude, it's just you just don't know how cool this is, man. Don't need to try and control me. I remember I had a friend who worked in Domino's who told me all the secrets of like how they did things. But one of them was like if you agreed to put the like Domino's thing on top of your car, I think it was something like you got an extra pound for every delivery you made. which I thought was worth it. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they actually gave you like quite a good what's it called, petrol. So the incentive was really clever because then it was like actually what my friend realised was if you actually then did deliver more pizzas, ergo use more petrol, he could make a bit more of a profit. So it's a good little way they did it. And also, I'm not even kidding. They offered some fucking spectacular like pension scheme. Um, so like he said that there was like quite a few people who were there who were just like they just said that they needed to have like they just wanted to have like an extra bit of money in their pension pot or something because it was like Domino's just offered something really good. It was like it was like a match for match into like the pension or something. It was crazy. I maybe it was just like when there was a huge massive glut of. Well, I think it does to be fair because it's just this is what we're doing. You know what the scam is? It's just we've given like fat slobs who are just on like who are just on benefits. Just giving them the they're just allowed to get takeout. So they just this is what's happened. So they just hire all these fucking Indians to come in the third orders to try and do the demand, and it's all just blowing up on our face now. It's just utter garbage. I don't know what they thought was gonna happen. Just don't know what they were doing. But it's just crazy. They've ruined everything. It's gonna take so long to sort like everything out. The damage is already like just completely ruined. It's fine. We'll get over it. But I am just telling you, there's just gonna be so many dudes like me who are just gonna have like I'm still like much better off than so many dudes. There's people much younger than me who are just like they were never gonna get on the property ladder because it's at the moment because everything's just actually fucked. They're just actually fucked. There's just nothing they can do because it's not fair. Because it's not like when your parents were just buying property where you're just competing against um just people in your town. You've been competing against everyone now in the world, basically everyone in the world. So you're just gonna obviously find someone in like in India or somewhere who's probably gonna have a bit more money than you, so they're just able to pay more on the house. It's just bullshit because like they don't care. Like these companies don't care. They're not thinking about like preserving the land or whatever. Which you could even argue might even affect, but they don't care. They just want the money to sell. They just take it to the highest bidder, and you can see it already. You go into like these like these auctions in like Australia, and there's just like these Indian families, and there's just like three of them. So there's like nine of there's like eight people, Indian guys, just sat there, and you can tell they've all pulled money in, and they just you can't compete with it. If you're white, and you're just gonna be like you in a white you and like you and your partner. The Indians just cram like 50 people in like one house. And that's why they always like, look, sir, look how good our like medium house is. And it's like, yeah, because you have like fucking 12 people. You have like about three families. I'm not even joking. They've even it's gonna happen here because I know I live in a place near where I live, and it's full of Indian people, and it's because they do the same thing. They're just buying out all the mansions because they're all basically just living like Mormons, and it's almost like I don't know. It's almost like why we like maybe we ban. that's done now. Oh, come off, Evan. You can have this. Let's test. Dude, is this on? That is pungent, isn't it? I mean, that is just. Feels like really cool music. Right, so. Yeah, when you get to my level, dude. When you get to my level, dude. Hey. I can't stay mad with you guys. Are you having fun?
It's that thing that you pretend to have while documenting every moment near on your phone memory.
Like we predicted the future today.
Turn your phone off for a day and see how uncomfortable you get. Luckily and frankly, I think we all need to protect what we have.
Hey, thanks. There we go. Dude, this music's just so cool. It's just like music. Dude, you can't even just try and guess the music for how cool it is, dude. It's just too much fun. Oh my god. It's that time already? Oh my god, what have I been doing? Just talking my shit. It is a club. Well, I mean, this is generally is a club. It's cool, right? Oh, I love that like video. God, God, God. Oh, I just love that. Here in the studio. Let's crank one off right now. No, no. Oh, beautiful song. I'm just gonna keep this going, I think. Just gonna keep that. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. I love David Albert. What a singer, man. British as well. So I just turned it into British, like something to the channel, didn't I? Boom, boom. City's breaking down on the camel's back. A bitch got to go 'cause they don't know whack. Well, all that's the seats, it's a thrilling to see. You won't break out this valley 'cause you're badass free. You want a new horizon, it's a federal style. A melancholy town where we never smile. And all I wanna do is a massive beat. My dreams are kinda kissing 'cause I don't get to sleep. No. Superintendent, I hope you're ready for mouth-watering hamburgers. I thought we were having steamed clams. No, no, I said steamed hams. That's what I call hamburgers. You call hamburgers steamed hams. It's a regional dialect. What kind of region? Upstate New York? Really? Well, I'm from Utica, and I never heard anyone call them steamed hams. Oh, not in Utica. No, it's an Albany expression. Hey, you know, these hamburgers are really similar to the ones they have at Krusty Burger. That's a... oh, I missed it. Sound your Joe sound with Joe sound, you feel the ink, don't bite the dust, and touch with Joe sound, you kill ink, so don't stop, chitty heady, until you're cheddar heavy. Watch the way I navigate. Ah, ah, ah. Such a good song, I don't get where you're from. Well, windmill for the land, I'm forever hand in hand. Keep it all in on your stride. It is sticking, falling down. Love forever, love is free. Let's stand forever, you and me. The mill windmill for the land. Let's anybody in. Don't stop, shitty bitty, if I'm the captain and steady, Roger, navigate. Don't stop, shitty bitty, if I'm the captain and steady, watch me navigate. Demon Days is actually my favorite album. I know people like, but it is. It's one of those actual songs where, in my opinion, every song on that album was good. The rare time that I got given it by my brother, my older brother got it for me. It was just so good. I would have listened to that so much. I loved every hour song of it. But yeah, Dare was really good. I actually didn't like Dare that much when it first came out. Believe it or not, it grew on me. I loved Dirty Harry. I loved Kids with Guns. I loved the Kids with Guns. They had like some ones with like fire coming out of Monkey's head and stuff. Some of them weren't as good, but all of them were like different and interesting enough. Which is what I liked. It was just like they were just branching out and trying stuff, and the collaborations were like really niche back then, quite cool. But like now, like I've grown up, like I really like Dare. I actually think like Dare's actually like a legitimate good song. But I love like Kids with Guns. Dun 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 dun. Kids with Guns. Dun dun. Go escape. Dun dun. Going over. Dun dun. Inside your head. Dun dun. Wig nut. Yeah, she said wig nut. This is government space weed. This stuff's so powerful. They said, like, are you sure? Because they said only like Willie Nelson and half of Snoop Dogg tried this. And I said, fuck yeah, bro. So hit me up with that koosh, mate. It's my medication though. Before anyone's gonna call me out. That's what I mean. It can be used for people whose brain is fast. Ironically, I probably would suggest Kate does use it, but she wouldn't want to. But what would I know? Someone with ADHD as well. There are some things which can slow the brain down, right? Which can be used correctly, right? I know what you're thinking. Why would you want to do that? But there are circumstances. For example, if you have ADHD, you need stuff to like slow your brain down. You need that. It's not like you just don't want to give my qualm is I don't want to give fucking weed to like just like any idiots. Most of the people you see smoking weed is usually are like the reprobates. They're smoking it before they're like an adult. Those are your two caveats. Don't smoke it before your brain's like 25 probably. And I would say I just about broke that, to be fair. Because I think I did smoke weed when I was like 19. But at least it was like, but after sort of like, yeah. Oh, that was just much smoother. Yeah, you can tell that's like that is good. It says 2 types of weed. If you care. Indica and can't even remember the other one. But basically, they do different things to people.
I know. You're too cool for school. But you're too cool for pop. You don't dance. You stand there all moody, wondering why girls don't like you. Because you act like a dick. Smile. Be happy.
But do you want to know how my brain
Smile.
works?
Leave.
Nah, you don't. I'll tell you anyway. If my brain's on full power, as in like I'm just sober, it becomes very hard for me to do anything because I just overstimulated. So I'd say then my efficiency is at like 60% of what I could be. But then if you like block one of my senses out, so like for example, if I listen to music and focus, I can just like hyper focus on something, and like I'll be able to do something. Like if I had if you set me a job to make a model in a day, um, and it was like I was doing it out of like a sort of challenge, and I just locked in, and I just like got some of my jams and just like locked in, and I was just like doing that. I could just do it, like because I've seen it with my son as well. He has ADHD. It's like when he gets like really excited about something, he will just ignore doing anything else. So he used to do it when he was like really young. He'd wet himself. So because he would just watch TV, and he instead of using the toilet, he would just like wet himself because he just is what kids with ADHD do. You don't eat, you don't. You just actually just get locked in, and you're just it's called hyperfixation. You're just like you can, and I can do it. I could just sit and just do like for like 15, 16 hours, just maybe taking a little break every now and then just to stand up and just walk around. So when you've got ADHD, you got to think your brain's overthinking, so you need something to slow it down. You don't want to be taking shit like cocaine. Oh fuck no. Or MDMA can be a tough one actually, because MDMA actually it actually slowed my brain down. I know this gets so crazy, but a lot of ADHD medicine just has like a type of ADHD MDMA in it. It's just like a more weakened version of it, which is why a lot of people who have ADHD they self-medicate. That's what I did. I was like trying to take MDMA as like, and I just found like when I was actually like on MDMA, what I was enjoying doing was just being normal. Isn't that insane? It's insane. But every time I took MDMA, the only thing like my friends would always say was just like, "Oh, you're just like really confident when you're on MDMA, and you just like you don't have no problem like talking to like girls or like anyone new or anything." And I was like, it just hit me like recently, like well, I was thinking back, I was like, no, all I was doing was just showing like if I just took that medication, and I can actually then think, and that's all it's doing was just like make it so, in my brain it was like I thought my senses were being over heightened, but it's not. It's just because like it was like slowing my brain down, and now my brain's actually able to like pick up on stuff, and it's hard to explain. It's just like calibrate your brain. Anyways, let me think. All right, I'll do the inside that. Black for the bottom, and then white for the little ones. I would listen to Katie because why not? I was listening back. I was actually in tears. I know it sounds really narcissistic, but I can make myself laugh. That probably is fucked. I don't know. Maybe that is the definition of the narcissism, isn't it? That guy looked in the his reflection.
What section of a story convinced you that the world is full of angry morons? Well, here at Non-Stop Pop, we're trying to cheer everybody up.
I mean, it is. I don't want to sound elitist.
Through your veins?
I don't want to sound elitist. That's the thing. You have to take these like what would you call them? Stimulants? Not very stimulants, are they? It's just stuff to slow your brain down. Oh, what's this? Dear wise one. Indians and black people love it. It's just so low. I'm gonna call him. Should I go? Do do do. Oh, he is Indian. I know it sounds really bad, but I'm not even kidding. Just if you're just white, just go on the internet. If any brown or black person ever just says anything, just ignore it. You just your life is so much. You just it makes so much sense. You just understand why. It's just they've got this inferiority complex. They just know that there's just nothing that they can do. That just it just makes any it kindles or set, even a flame. Someone put a shitty AI, and I was like, Indian black guys are obsessed with this. And there was some fucking like he was some ugly ass like I don't know Latino looking dude, with just a mustache. And it's just like, dude, you're like obsessed with race. I'm like, yeah, because race is it's the new funny thing to bully people now. Like, I've understood this. It's just there's no point just bullying like other white people at this point. Because that's it's more fun to just like tackle like whole people. And the other weird thing about it as well is like I wouldn't have thought he was Indian. Um, so he wasn't actually even he wasn't technically part of that. So it's again, it's one of these things, but it's just why is he like defending that? Is he trying to like? Is it like a again because he sees me as like white? He has to lash out, and that's another thing that I just got to the point where you're like, fuck it, these people hate me. What's the point of trying to like make them suck my dick? You might as well just play into it and just play up so the fact you know they hate you. Just be like, fuck you. Like, yeah, I know I'm fucking amazing. What are you gonna do about it? You're gonna tell me all the shit that you haven't done. I had to mention like probably at some period in time where like we owned you, we owned your the country, and we had to give it back for some stupid reason, just because like, cause we just had to. Because World War Two happened or some shit, and cause Jews died, we had to like give everything back for some reason. Oops. But yeah, I love to race bait. I think. Because I think the other thing as well is just like it's so abundant and clear that like us white people, we've just been fucked over. We've been like literally fucked over. So like, I'm just fed up with just like having to like come out and just apologize. Like we're being hunted down, dude. Like there's so little like me, especially even like British people. There's only like 60. I'm not even gonna say like it's 80 million. 'Cause it's not. There's so many immigrants here. There's probably literally only like 50 million. So there's probably only like 25 million like people like me. I'm not even trying to be like hyperbolic. So this culture, they want to remove it. This is what I'm saying. That like Mexican dude, he needs me to be gone. Like this will intimidate him. He'd be like, ah, see, I was not able to do this in you. And it just angered him. Because AI offends me, so that's why I made that comment, too. It was to lament my hatred to it. Because I'll tell you what I saw, right? I saw. It was amazing. Some absolute hero had fan animated Garo. Garo and Saitama. The final fight they do. Spoilers, I suppose. Spoilers if you don't know what's happening in. I think it is the official. It is actually the One Punch Man, like actual manga, not the one done by no, I can't, Murata. That not like the original webcomics. The actual like one which has been like done up. Even though interesting enough, their fights are actually pretty similar, which is I thought was quite cool. Like, I read like quite a lot of the webcomic. I just, you know what it is? I just completely just did not give a fuck about whatever the story was going on after basically like Saitama and Tatsumaki have their like little fight. I just had no interest. There was just nothing that I just was really interested in at all. Um, I just do not give a fuck. I just didn't care. Like it was all about some bullshit with these ninjas and stuff. Um, it's just all this shit about these like fucking ninjas or someone, and then it was like Garu was back. He was like working as like a repo man. Mm. I think Shiru came back as well, and he was like one of the heroes or some shit. It was just so I just didn't care. Didn't care. It all just felt very flat. There was just I don't know who the bad guy was anymore. That was it. And then it was like some this character who was like meant to be like a basically like a god or something like that. Just like fires some random like sword slice into the planet, and it's like blast is like shit. If that touches the planet, the whole thing is toast. And it just like Saitama just happens to just be there. He just like deflects it with ease, and just like I think it was meant to kind of flex quite a lot of power because the thing that obviously fired it knew that something would have to have been fuck off strong to be able to do that. But I don't know. The rest of it just nothing that seemed to strike out to me. Like I don't know what I just don't know what happened to the angle afterwards. Like, I didn't like it when they were all living in that like fucking big academy and they were just like dicking around. Um, but what can you do, dude? Do, 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 do. All right then. Dun. Damn, I just, dude, I think this weed just fucked me, man. I literally like glazed out for a second. Right. It's a great song. Oh yeah, it was great. I was just before this. I was watching a video. It was just this white dude. Um, I'm not at all. I'm just gonna disclaim it. I am nowhere near as like this dude. This dude is like a hero, but he effectively eats. Just to give you context, the hottest thing I've ever eaten is a I bought some Carolina Reapers, right? And they weren't even fresh. They were dried, and it came in like a little pot, and it was like three dried ones in there. Now, caveat as well. I didn't actually. This guy is a boss because he eats it whole. I didn't do that. I cooked it in noodles. And but I'll be honest. He think I did do something wrong because I remember they always say anyway. If you do use those to cook with, you meant to put the pod in, then you cook, and then you take it out. But I didn't do that. I diced it up, and I'm just telling you, like I managed to eat it, but it was horrible. Um, I wasn't like out. Do you see what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, he just eats it. So he eats. So it's like this brown one. It's like there's some new world record or something, and it's just he just eats it. You can tell he's someone who is like used to eating the hot stuff. He starts just wincing. You can just think like how fucking bad that must suck if you're like not used to it. And the other thing that I completely can't believe, he's just handling it without gloves. So this guy's. I know he's wearing glasses, but I that happened to me. I was with my kids actually, and my son started to like. I was cutting these really hot peppers, and my son started like crying. So I went up to change him. No, to help him out. Sorry, because I think he like got his trousers wet, and he was just crying. I couldn't stop him, and then like I accidentally like rubbed my eyes, and it burned so much because it was like it was so hot. And as soon as I like started like actually writhing in agony, he stopped crying because I think he was worried for me. It was like really cute, but like it really hurt. I was like, oh, that was probably what like being maced felt like. That was so painful. I'm not even trying to like be sound like I'm a hard ass. Um, but I feel like I can take quite a lot of pain, but that was really painful. I'm just saying, if you, I think most people probably test that. If you're just gonna ever rub like Carolina Reaper, well, it wasn't Carolina Reaper, it wasn't. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna rub like really hot pepper in your eye, that sucks. So, and that's basically, I think, what mace is really. Mace is just kind of like in that kind of same-ish family, I guess. It was just like an irritant. And it like reacts to water. And so you can grow a tolerance to it the same way, like, yeah, if you just eat these peppers. Because when, I don't know, it was like a couple years back, I was just getting like really into like eating really hot foods. And I did get to a point where I was like, because once I started to eat, I'd say the third Carolina Reaper, and I was like going on to the fourth one, it was like, you could just feel it every time you were eating it, every day I ate it with the noodles. It was just like, another like oh, what's the word like how extreme it was just went down a level every time you ate it. Towards like when you ate it the fourth time, it was just like okay, now you're just like profusely sweating now when you're eating it, but and it's because your like tongue and stuff are kind of like getting used to like that, so you're not getting that like really bad burning sensation when you, and it's also like um then it's funny when you actually then start to eat like really like weak spicy food because your tongue becomes so accustomed to it. And I don't want to sound racist, or I do actually, but this is just like when you like see the memes of like the Mexicans being able to do this. Like you just start to eat bell peppers, although those jalapenos, you can just eat them like chips. You can just sit there and just eat like you'll get those like. I just had like a massive jar of sliced jalapenos. Uh, and I just had it with a fork, and I was just eating them like chips. And I just couldn't even taste the heat. It tasted really sweet because at that point, the capacity, your tongue is just so used to the capacity, and capacity, or it's good, how you pronounce it. Um, that um, You're not really. It's just when you're eating at such a low level, you're not even like your body doesn't even really process it. So you're just tasting the actual. So it's like, to give you context, it's a bit like when you get to have wine connoisseurs. Like you're just someone who's not used to drinking wine. You're gonna drink a really expensive bottle of wine, and you're not really gonna be doing. You just. I know it sounds really arrogant. So even the way you drink it is probably not going to be the correct way to do it if you want the full experience. Because you have to probably aerate it, and you probably got to swirl it a certain amount of times. Blah 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 whatever. But it's like that. It's just kind of like once you start to eat enough of the hot, really hot stuff, your body just done is so your tongue is then able to actually taste the nuances, and you start to notice. Oh, it's. I guess it. I do see what you mean when they say it's like it's nutty, or when you you eat yeah, you can just start to taste like the taste of the actual pepper. It has its own distinct taste to it, which is the great beauty of just like being able to breed them to do that. Right, let's see. Drink whatever you want.
Non-stop pop is about doing whatever feels good. If you have a good time, then you won't feel bad about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sick. Dude, I'm gonna be sick all the game. Yeah, like some of the shit Katie was coming out with, it just made me. It was horrible. It was like her dad was like proud of her being a whore, and like Katie was just like, "Yeah, man, I'd be so impressed if I had a daughter." And she was just like a massive international whore. The idea of like all these Indian black dudes jerking off to her, oh, that makes me feel really uncomfortable. All this stuff around me, it's all been bought by like dudes jerking off. It just makes me feel so proud. It's just money, isn't it? And it's not. It's like again, the Jewish people are laughing. It's a humiliation ritual. And they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe their daughter did that." And they make even more money from it. So whatever money they've made is only again a drop in the ocean compared to what the real dudes and like people who are making. Just so crazy. Like people like probably can't get it. They're like, I can't believe these people, women are just voluntarily just selling their like purity for like fucking third orders. Well, that wasn't that good, but oh well. Look at this like saxophone. Lick my balls. You can touch my dick and kiss my balls. Yeah, so like the Camilla's like husband. Sorry, husband. Yeah, right, husband. Dad was getting like really emotional that her daughter became a whore. Because you gotta remember, every immigrant that you meet hates you. I feel like, well, that's it. God, that's just nonsense. girls. No fighting. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, they can have a little bit of fighting. It's nothing serious. Anyway, right, fine. Yeah. So her like daughter was, she was like really happy that her daughter was all.
They see them as cheap, and they ultimately think that we have it easy because we can do an OnlyFans, as if like they also could do it, and there are male creators that also do make a lot of money. It's not like
That is so bullshit. It's just false equivalence bullshit. Who's falling for this? It's not the same, okay? It really isn't the same. You just can't say that. Any average woman can basically do it. I told you about the Indian Sims. Like, Indian women don't even have to like sim for dudes because there's loads of Indian dudes who do that. You see what I mean? The woman, it's just broken. It's just not how it works. You can't use that logic. Absolutely isn't. If you're like a semi-attractive girl or average girl, you'll have a much better time than even like a really attractive dude. It's just proven. It is just proven, alright? Men just don't get the same advantages. Don't get me wrong, like attractive dudes will still like have a good time. I'm just saying they won't get as much action as fucking these even like a chop woman. Because it's just like there are just dudes out there who'll just do it. Because there are like super attractive dudes who will just like sleep with like really low, if they're just desperate. If there was just some like fucking like Chad who's just in like, I don't know, business trip. He meets some fucking like chop woman in the bar. He'd just be like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just fuck this woman. But women might not be like that. Actually, in fact, women won't be like that. No, they won't. It's very unlikely a woman's just gonna like fuck a dude that she's not gonna be attracted to, unless it's like he's rich or he's got something like, yeah, it's gonna like pay for her to go out or like have some kind of resource. The resource has to either be like money, like she's actually attracted to you, so wants to do it. Because that's like, that's the difference between like good looking versus rich dudes. If you're good looking enough, it can happen. And it's happened to me. Women, shock horror, will pay for you. They'll actually say, you know what, I'll pay. And you're like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, wow, that's so nice. It does happen every now and then. Like, so rare. But with rich guys, because they're not normally that attractive, they will always have to pay. But obviously they've got buckets of money, so it doesn't matter. Like, I'm just thinking of like, is that like that crypto dude? He's just got quite a funny sense of humor, but he does have like a face that looks fucked. He looks like that camel, like the camel dude. But he is just obviously really rich. But he just, when you have that kind of money, you can just have like, if you want to just have a woman, like you can. Like some dudes, that's what you want to do. Like, I get it, because if you're chopped looking, you need the money to have sex. But it's just when you're good looking, you don't need to. So you see what I mean? It's like that's why. Like it's just different things. Like for the good looking guys, they're just like they might not think they need a lot of money because they just think, oh, I've already like done that. I can already sleep with like really good looking women, so I don't need that. But if you're an ungood looking, if you're not a very good looking dude, you might need the money to do that. See?
is cut off for men. You can do that if you want to. So I appreciate her highlighting that it isn't an easy mode. It's never like people think like, oh, girls who are attractive can just start popping that online and they're gonna make so much money.
It's doing the drunk camera. I'm like, oh, it's like what I have to be like to listen to Kate, like how inebriated. She's just gonna talk about some fucking garbage. You know, it is. Like me listening to this is already just like, I don't know. I already feel like it's a complete egregious use of my talent. If I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, it is. But I get some sort of sick kick out of it. So until someone can like recruit me to do something more productive, I don't know, genome sequencing or something. This is just gonna have to be it. So I'm just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna listen to old songs, or I listen to Kay just talk about what actresses she forgives because I don't know. I have no idea. She gotta be like that robot from the game. I love God. I gotta hold your breath. You do have to do that. Gotta do it when you snipe as well. Hi, I'm Katie. I wish Katie told her that. I said that last time. She doesn't. She's told us proper estuary like. She's like, I come from London, innit? It's like, oh, I can't. My ex came from London, but she somehow came from the weird pocket of. And I met another girl like that who was from actually near where she came from, where they just seem to speak quite posh. So that it was a bit of a turn on for me. So whatever. Um, but like for her or fucking Essex or Liverpudlian, so they can kiss my nut giant ass. They all learn the most unattractive accents ever. Or Manchester, Mancunian women. And these are all supposed to be like the most attractive ones as well. I'm like, nah, they're not. But that's where they obviously all the fucking wags come from, isn't it? Dung. Ding 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 ding. I don't know. I really don't know if football isn't as profitable as it is anymore. I really don't. I just don't know, like, are new people going into it? Because there's just so many more things you can do now, and video games are just better than ever. Like, I just think like all that stuff's just not fun. Like, spoiling a lot of sports are just not as like interesting anymore. Because sports used to be great when yeah things were like a bit more bounded to like reality. But now you literally just have games. You can just do whatever. So I always think like I always said there's got to be some kind of like ironic irony about using a games console to emulate a sport which is bound by the limitations of your universe. Do you see what I mean? You can make anything you want. You can do anything you want. You got a machine that you can do anything you want with. It's like your imagination. We can make whatever. And you decide to just make a driving game. You decide to make a darts game or something. It's fucked. If you like think of it from like a real like, do you see what I mean? This sounds like the music you'd have like on a Streets of Rage level. If you're playing Streets of Rage. Why is everything so much simpler back then? My brother got really pissed off because we were like listening to E's music. He goes like, "This is so fucked. Just keeps playing fucking Phil Collins music all the time." But he was right. If they play like something like, if it played something like four Phil Collins solo or Genesis, and like that, I can't remember if like he was solo at that point. Sorry, but he just played like loads of Phil, like Genesis stuff. It's a good song. Oh my goodness! Sorry, I didn't know that. What was I saying? Oh, I don't know.
That's not true. You know, if you have an audience already, if you already have a following, then yeah, you could probably do decently well because you're already known. But if you're just a regular Joe who sits at home and does a 9 to 5 and has no following, starting a is never going to work for you. It's just not.
I know, but why are we still even just talking about even doing it to begin with? You know, it just shouldn't even really be something like you said again. It's just I'm just gonna say well, that thing I said about the drug dealer like the other day. Like I never thought about doing that. Like it's just fine. When does it ever just become a thought that oh women just should be doing porn? It's just so fucked.
And I feel like
It makes you feel sick.
or de-influencing because it's not a good thing. I'm extremely happy that I never did anything.
And remember, it's just not like old. She did this yesterday. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. And what, I'm supposed to sit here like a fuckhead and take this? Kiss my balls. I like. I just don't even understand why OnlyFans isn't banned yet. I really don't understand. It's just the most sick thing ever. And you know what's funny? I remember like being in school, and they were like, "Oh, it's in year 7." Like what everyone wanted to do when they were older. I remember one girl was like, "Oh, I want to be a footballer's wife," and actually we all laughed at her. That's the best thing for a woman. That's the best thing you could ever want. And they're just saying like, I'd rather you did that than like want to actually just be a whore. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just so nuts. Like even back then, she had some subservience to a dude, because she was still like willing to like be subservient to a footballer, which we like. That was the bit we laughed at. But fuck it, it's gone that far removed now, where like just women will just not even bend the knee to just any dude. Like she's not good. She's admitted it. She's like, so who needs men's respect? And like that's what I said. It's like she makes these really flippant comments. I'm just like, are you sure you want to just? And again, you just said you have a boyfriend, and you like just don't be surprised if he's gonna like cheat on you or just probably not like treat you completely because you're just gonna be like, what do you mean you cheated on me? And you said, well, you just said you didn't really need a man's respect, so I just thought you didn't care. That's the sort of shit that she'll probably have happen to her because she's just. Dudes just don't like it. When you disrespect dudes, they don't like it. Just telling you. He might bottle it up, but I don't think dudes like it. That's one of the reasons I booted out my ex-wife. So as soon as like my kids were getting to an age where they could see she was disrespecting me in front of them, and she wouldn't change, I was like, no, I'm not having this. I'm daddy here. I said it to my first wife. I'll say it to my next as well.
Like that. And yeah, I think I'll give her credit there. It's good that she mentions that it didn't just take off. It requires strategy and planning. And although I do get annoyed when people make out that creators are the most intelligent women on the planet, because it just annoys me because half the time it's just...
No one ever says that. I've never ever said that. And also, intelligent women is like, what are you talking about? Can you like get your shit together?
I do acknowledge that to be this successful, there is definitely some gameplay involved.
My third job, which was a corporate job. Okay, so there was a time in my life where I was working on a Friday from 7 a.m. to 4 a.m. just to wake up the next day.
I just don't care because I'm just learned women lie. They lie so much because they can get away with it because no one challenges them. So I just think, oh, I just can't believe her. I just think she's probably just like hyper. It's just not as bad as this, or she's making up. It's just so many times like I've like heard like women talking and they just tell a story like this, and then someone starts to question stuff about it, and it's like they don't realize that they've also like mentioned other things, and someone's remembered that, and they start to like bring them back, and they just like start to realize that they're just they've made a contradiction in their life, and they're like no no no, and you can just sort of see they're still trying to lie. They've got a massive grin on their face. And they start laughing because they just know that even if they caught out, nothing's going to happen to them because all throughout their life there's been no punishment, no shame, nothing. And they just know that if they did that with their dad would just be like, oh, you're just such a little brat, Camilla. I've seen it happen. I've literally seen it happen. Women just lie. They love lying. It's like one of their powers that they get. Men can't do that, but women can do it. Women just get to lie. The men's power, we rule, but women get to just lie. See this guitar solo? Do you think a woman played this? City of Angels.
They have to do it all over again.
Remember, I just got deep throat voice.
So I think he felt entitled to come into my office.
Sorry, I got deep throat voice.
It was that exact moment I realized I needed a change, and I needed to focus on what really mattered. I was spread too thin. I was doing any and everything to make an extra dollar. I wasn't the best at...
Well, I genuinely did not expect that, and yeah, that's horrible. I've heard so many stories about...
Again, Kay's just your classic, like, feminist, liberal, feminist woman. Here's, like, any sad story, just immediately just folds. And goes, well, we better open up all the borders now that we just heard some immigrant said that she's upset. It's just like, what are you talking about? Just ask some questions. Just have the balls just to kind of challenge something. Just, it's okay to ask stuff. It's okay to just question stuff. You don't need everyone's approval. People don't. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let me deal with it. You stand behind me. I'll deal with it. Oh, I hate this song. I've said this is the music of the. Apparently, you're not gonna say that.
Women who do it, people in their lives have almost taken that as like a say-so of consent. It's like, oh, you're selling yourself online, meaning you must want X, Y, Z, and it is disgusting. It kind of
Call this the female have your cake and eat it. Just she has to have everything, can't she? She can't. Has it all. She hates the idea that someone like puts like explicit imagery stuff or explicit material online, and people are like looking at it and thinking you want to have sex. It's crazy. It's just so weird. And you know what's really funny as well? Ironically, it's going to be like the higher intelligent people who will be like probably able to reason with that. Like, if you wanted to explain that to me, in all honesty, okay, I'd get it. But unfortunately, you want to like listen to Professor Wignart, whose IQ isn't actually that high, or the people he represents aren't, or Professor Garza, again, his IQ is probably not going to be very high because of a lot of inbreeding, or Professor Holy Fawkes is probably the highest, but they're just unfortunately just enemies of the state, so we can't trust them really. We just know that China's doing a lot of really bad stuff. We just should probably hold them at arm's length for the time being. They might be useful. So Jinping won't be in power forever. I'm not trying to like. I'm not even trying to like sound like threatening. I'm just saying age. You can't be in power forever. Same Putin. They just can't. They can't be there for another 20 years. I think.
perpetuates this idea that a lot of men's idea of consent is pretty skewed. It's almost like if you're a person in one sense, then you're all the time. You consent in one area. How do you not consent in every other aspect of your life? I think that's horrible, and I feel like I hope obviously she is kind of okay. Like I just can't imagine somebody doing that. That's horrible.
Slay Queen, brat, get your bag, hon. Get your bag, hon. Just you slay Queen.
Just disgusting and creepy. Yeah, I just feel disgusted hearing that, to be honest. So
I bet you do.
okay.
So I knew I had to pick one thing to be good at. And it was right in front of me the entire time. And that was content creation. Nothing matters. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, none of it is valuable or matters if you're not getting views. So I knew I needed to master the skill of how to get the views. Because if you have the views, I knew it would turn into money. I just needed people at the time to know I had an... Because the reality was...
She just drops it in like so nonchalant, and like fuck off. It's just I hate it. I hate it because who are doing? You gotta. I want to know who is jerking off to it. I need to know because I know who it is, and it's really, really important. Okay, it is really important. I'm sorry if you think it's not. Okay, so um, yeah, it's just mental. Because the people jerking off to her are just gonna be, they're gonna be. It's just anyone. It's just anyone masturbating to anything is the most deplorable thing. I can't believe they've managed to sell it as something profitable. I can't believe it. I do not believe it. If you're massive, if anyone's just, if your job is based on people masturbating to your content, that is just no. It's just not allowed. You just should not be allowed to have that. Don't care. Just don't care, dude. Nice. The Davits. The Davits. Right. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is fun. Yep. Yeah, okay. I think I got it.
So many people that were vegan and now paleo. Eating healthy Los Santos is a weird place, and you love it. Just like you love all these drinks. Maybe I'm finding
Yep.
yourself and say you're loving it, ironically. But hey, whatever it takes to get you through the day. Sometimes that's tofu, other times it's prehistoric bacon.
It's great. It's very funny. It's very good.
Robin Williams and Kylie Minogue love this song so much, they each put it on their album. It's Kin.
They did. They actually did. Did you know that? Yeah, so why is there no more like celebrities that are same? Why are all the celebrities like Indian and like fat or black? We love to be Indian. We love India. We don't love India. touch my dick and balls. Lick my dick and balls. Lick my dick and balls. Yes! Dude, you're just not ready for this shit. I'm sorry. And guess where they come from? I'm not to tell you, but it begins with ba-doot. Well, Kylie Minogue doesn't, but Kylie Minogue can lick one. Fuck Kylie Minogue, no, I said it. I don't think... why would I go to prison for that? Why would I go to prison for saying fuck Kylie Minogue? I don't say I want to fuck her. I mean, even if I did, is that bad? Kiss my balls, dick. Kiss my dick and balls. Ah, 1, 2. Kiss my dick and balls. Kiss my dick and balls. John, lick my ass and balls. Play with my dick and balls. Play with my dick and balls. Dude, you're just not even ready for this, mate. Single-handedly raising the economy. Listen to this rap, dude. Imagine his hearing it, being in a sound booth and like hearing him doing this. He'd be this. Robbie, sing it more, mate. Turn it up, mate. Turn it up. Turn up more of the effect. Oh yeah.
People at the time to know I had an
Dude.
was no one knew because I wasn't getting views. I was studying videos. I was posting consistently. I doubled down. And when I realized that more views equals more money, it was game.
Is she an actual? Oh my god. What am I doing, dude? I can't believe people are paying for this course. What do I do? What? You can touch my penis. You can lick my balls and ass. You can eat my dick and balls. You can kiss my dick. You can suck my penis. You can play with my asshole. I'm just too funny, dude. I'm just sorry. I was just no one's got anything on me. This is just so funny. Oh, I've done fuck all. I know. It's just depressing, isn't it? It's not that bad, actually. This does knock off a lot of pieces, to be correct. Mental. It's actually mental. Actually mental. Whatever. Seriously, I mean, it is just basically just shows you just like what it looks like, and it just shows you crudely like where the pieces go. It's just so crazy. It's just I've never seen instructions as bad as that. I can see why they changed them. I'll get that off because of the age. Because this was probably made in like the 70s, the 60s or so. The box is so old. It might be older than that. I don't so know good age. I don't know. There's no age. It looks really old. I actually wouldn't be surprised if someone told me this was like literally in the 60s. This does just I can't say it's not when plastic came out, but it feels like this is when plastic would have been like a real novelty. It's like when yeah, it was just been a fucking novelty. You can lick my penis. You can touch my balls. It's Britney, baby. Oof. All right.
I was unstoppable.
It's free to sell on eBay. So I sold it. It's free and easy to sell on eBay. Nothing beats
Darling, nothing beats an illegal immigrant holiday. For just £25 per person, you can get one angry Afghan. That's £100 for a family of 4. It's good, isn't it? Do you want to see how big my beep is?
I know this is meant to be dramatic and inspirational, but it's kind of funny when I realise that more views equals more money. Doesn't everybody know that?
Okay, I have to explain myself. I'm not laughing with Katie. I'm laughing that I just kind of guess what she's said, which is hard to. I can't say. I wasn't laughing with what I said. It was literally just what I said, though, wasn't it? That is part of my humor. Try and goad people into saying things that makes me laugh. Yeah, this is gonna suck. That's right. Wah, 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 wah. Lick my dick and ass. I remember I had a Jewish dude who I worked with in this job, and he just had an issue with me, and I just had an issue with him. I think he just knew. Huh? Why is he not sure? Yes. Mm-hmm. Interesting. time is now. Dun, 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 dun. These are all great songs. It's great songs. These are all songs I remember listening to when I was growing up.
Reason is views equals money. No? Okay, I'm gonna shut up now.
My life today is so surreal to think about. And I often do think about that girl in the beginning.
Ugh.
How worried
That's
she
what I'm
was,
saying. Don't
how
say
stressed she
girl.
was,
Don't
and how
don't
badly
don't
she wanted
emphasize
it.
her.
I think about her all the time and how proud I am of her. But if she could see everything that I've accomplished today, from an amazing relationship with my partner, from an amazing group of supporting friends, and most of all, the relationship I've built with my parents and retiring them. They are immigrants who came to seek out a better life for their children, and they struggled so much.
So
She would be so proud of seeing how they're living today.
no, she wouldn't.
I'm not special. I
No, she
wasn't born
wouldn't.
with some superpower. Okay, you can.
You
do
just
this
you
too.
just sold your
Throughout the
body
last
so
2
Indians
years,
can
I
jerk
realized
off
that
your
views
likeness.
equal money. Okay, I had to teach myself the mindset to get the views. And then I had to perfect the strategies to get the views. And then on top of that, I had to learn how to get those views to turn into money. Okay, the hardest part was for the last 2 years, I was alone. Okay, figuring it out, going day by day, making progress little by little. And that's the exact reason I started becoming her. This is perfect for the girls that want to be content creators, or girls that have an existing business but just want to level it up, or even people who want to be behind the scenes and still make money. Spots are limited, so fill out the application and I will be personally reviewing them. If you want to be one of the ones that gets to work with.
And of course, right, okay, so I just want to say as well, I'm hating like a... But, I mean, my parents probably hate me more because I haven't retired them yet. But that whole kind of crescendo, is that the word, to this peak.
I love that she's got a strange obligation to like retire her parents. Like, why does that like some obligation of yours? They had a much better, easier time than you did. Just raise a family. I think that's the best thing you could do, Katie. Instead of trying to retire your parents, I think they'd be much happier with their grandkids. Honestly. Coming from my parents, they would. Money's not worth it. They would love to have some grandkids, Katie. When you're going to squeeze a couple out.
The peak being...
It gets harder when you get older, by the way.
...is a joke. It's
And,
funny as...
and all those
like,
toys,
genuinely was
that's
there,
what's the point?
Like, I was tearing up. I wasn't tearing up. I mean, there were parts that were definitely touching, but it was all very dramatic and kind of like a big build-up to something so emotional just for her to drop a course. I just want to say, this is, the point of the video. Don't buy the bloody course! Don't buy it! Okay? Don't! I'll give you some advice and... this video if you're looking to be a content creator. I'll give you some better advice for free, okay? Firstly, this whole I'm going to be personally reviewing it is to get you to buy it. Because, the Camilla's going to be reviewing your application. It's to get you to buy it. 2, limited spots is to get you to buy it. It's a marketing technique. It's a marketing strategy. Everybody...
Whoa, Kay's like big brain. What can I say? I mean, I was bad mouthing her, but like she's sharing some of her like absolute insights here. Like, did you know that? It's like, like when they say limited time only and like, or it's been sold out. It's just marketing plot. It's crazy, isn't it? It's actually crazy. Got any more of those weight loss tapes? Yeah, a couple. Ah, that's alright. Those are pretty good books. You can touch my dick and balls. You can kiss my dick and balls. Why, you can kiss my dick and balls. You can eat my ass.
He does it. It's always a lie. It's like when nightclubs say we've got limited tickets, it makes you feel like you've got to rush to buy it.
Like she has to. Like she ever has to pay at nightclubs.
Take it away.
Like she's ever had to pay at nightclubs.
Fill out the application.
Ugh.
So much.
Imagine, you want to be a whore like me?
Okay.
Suck with the dick on the next screen.
That seems to be it. So yeah, I'm gonna go on her website and show you it. Okay, so this is her website. She's promoting her course, and it's called Becoming Her. Application is live. Spots are limited. Again, we've just discussed that. Exposing the viral content formula I used to make millions from my phone and how you can steal it. Then that's the video we just saw. And then it says, apply now, answer these questions honestly to see if you're a good fit to the program.
Oh my god.
Again, just to let you guys know what would happen if you did that is, of course you would be a good fit to the program. Literally, you could put that you are a mass murderer and you are going to record yourself murdering people, and you would probably say...
Okay, that was actually quite funny. But again, it doesn't like absolve her. This is what you have to remember. It's just because she's funny like one time out of like 100 times. It doesn't absolve her. This is what I'm saying. If she's coming to be like, yeah, that is quite funny. Yeah, it's true. She's right. She's right. You could just, and I just laughing because I think like. I was laughing more because I think I did something like that. When she gave me something like that, and I just wrote something like, "I'm gonna come all over come all over myself." And it just, like, she said, "Oh, amazing! You're gonna be a great fit for this." That was more what I was laughing at. But she's what I mean. It's not like that's a unique for. It was just okay. Whatever.
It'll be a good fit. Here's how it works. In 2026, attention is the new currency. At its core, it'll be giving you my exact playbook that I used to pull in billions of views. Then I turn all that attention to real income through...
This is porn. This is fucking porn. What do I do on bloke? What do I do?
Things that make it look like it's...
What the fuck do I do?
Analytics. I completely transformed my life from doom
Oh
scrolling
my
to
goodness.
millions. Again, this technique to make it seem like we are all the same. We've got all the same time. We've got all the same luck. We all doom scroll, right? Because that's really relatable. And if you're a doom scroller, then you too can be a millionaire. Again, it wasn't luck. You can do it too. Completely forgetting that she did have a leg up with the Mr. Beast thing. Now, she acts like those two things weren't related. She's acting like being part of the Mr. Beast video didn't give her any help, and that wasn't like a big... Like, that definitely...
I know, yeah,
like,
sure.
helped. Again, I'm not saying that gave her her career, but it was a help that nobody else had. And then she's got all of these pictures of herself when she was depressed and sad, to her crazy lifestyle now. And then she's got a numbers don't lie section, which I thought was interesting, because this was her revenue bit, which I think she's forgetting to mention that a big fat chunk of her revenue
Tax
is from...
Oh.
So a big part of this is kind of convincing you to do an... Now, she has a questionnaire bit where she says at the bottom, like, oh, you don't have to do anything, this isn't about content. But if you look at her numbers don't lie section, it says there that she's made 1.2 million in the last 30 days. So the majority of her revenue has been from it. So this whole idea...
Yeah, Indians just masturbating.
Isn't really true.
The case that it's not Indians masturbating, it's like 100% Indians masturbating. So many Indians. You do not understand how many Indians there are. There are...
Maybe 1% of you will, but it's not going to happen, I'm afraid.
So to give Katie context, so I reckon there's probably like for like British white women like Katie, there's probably like 25 million of them on the planet, and there's 25 million of me, because our population is like, because I know there's gonna be loads of immigrants, but it's like 80 million, but I know there's probably only gonna be like 50. So India has 60 million, which is already more than the women, of these like Indian men who just there's not enough women to go around because they used to kill off the females. So they'll just never be able to get laid. So they'll just devote their lives to just being sims to like women online, and there's no shame for them because they don't care. Because if like white people shame them, they don't care because they see they're not they know they're beneath white people. In their society, they don't care because they just live in like India. That's just what's happening. It's not white people doing it. It's fucking Indians, and Africans. Okay. I love car. I love car.
Do you guys like not think that if it was that simple, then loads of content creators who have a massive following would also be doing it? It's not that simple. And yeah, this was the bit I was telling you about, the like question bit where it says this isn't about you don't need to show your face, which again, correct, you don't have to show your face to do content, but God, it makes it so much harder just to be transparent. It really does. This idea that you can just grow faceless, like, yeah, it'll take you 50 times as long, and it's really difficult to do that. Nobody's really bothered about
My penis is
content
50 times
creator.
as long.
Like, even people like Memeless who don't show his face.
Even people like me, yeah, he wears a fucking bandana. Oh yeah, sorry, me, yeah. So I forgot he's part of that clique. He's part of like the fucking like British clique. He's like this guy, like for some reason he's such a loser he can't show his face. I don't know, why can't you show your face, dude? What's your problem? You're gonna get fired at work for what, having a controversial take. Get over yourself, mate. Just get over yourself, dude. Your opinions don't matter anymore. You can say stuff, it's alright. You can be racist now.
He still has his face there, it's just covered.
Be racist
I'm not
now,
saying
mate.
that there isn't any science or facts or method to content creation. That 100% is. And I can talk about that with you actually in a minute. But I'm just saying that these kind of things are a scam. They do some cheaper packages, don't get me wrong, but you can pay like thousands of pounds to this course.
Oh, lick it.
Content creation, guys, is something that is part luck. To get into how I began content creation, I've already shared this kind of story with you guys, but I purely did it as a distraction. When I got out of a really horrible situation with my ex-partner, I was trying my hardest not to go back to a relationship, so I started social media, and I was doing videos where I also didn't know what to do. I was doing Omegle videos, and I was doing Discord videos, and I was just kind of doing whatever videos that came to mind, and then I realized that commentary does really
Just doing whatever, bro.
Frankly, people like to chat about other people. And that's how I fell into it. And obviously the money in commentary is good because people's faces bring in views. And I'm aware that in commentary there are ways to make money and there are ways to not make money. The biggest piece of advice I would give for content creators who want to do content creation is do not expect to just do well. Okay, you can't just look at other people succeed and be like, yeah, that's gonna happen to me, because I truly believe luck is a really big part of it.
Yeah, it is.
I had all of the equipment to make videos because I had furlough during COVID. That meant I could afford to buy.
Yeah, okay, fine. Alright. That's making sense. Interesting. Oh, okay. Should we I don't know. I just, yeah, again, she might just profit off that because loads of people were on furlough and they just had like these bullshit jobs and these companies were fucked. They were just like so screwed over by like the COVID. So Kate probably just got like a job out of uni and these poor companies was like, oh, and Harry's gonna like keep Kate in the job and she's just gonna work from home and we just don't know what to do because we can't really like fire her. All these poor companies just lost all this money because China just like couldn't not eat bat soup. So like, I had a friend who was like I had a poor friend, right, who was like, his company didn't because he could just work from home, and he was just like working from home, while my friend was like. Um, he was like just we just woke up and because he was just playing GTA 5 like online. So my friend was like dressed in a suit and tie, and my other friend just woke up and I was like just like, all right, dude. And he just like go onto the computer and start playing like GTA 5 online because it's photos. I was like, God, it sucked, didn't it? It's so unfair. So one of them, they're both getting paid just to like, but one of them has to work, and I was the same. I had to work during COVID. Bullshit. So I think it's just all of us should just not work. And I had my kids then. I better fucking. Ooh, that's exactly what I don't want to have them. I see Dan Aykroyd like he go in and like come out of the broom closet and all these like brooms full of them, and they like look at the camera and then it freeze frame and it say Dan Aykroyd and it say like Egon Spangler, and then it'll show like oh, what's the other dude called? Bill Murray's character, Spangler. And then it'd be the black guy, Winston. Eddie. I can't remember the guy's faces. And then guy from the Blues Brothers. You can drink my cum and play with my dick and balls. Lick my dick. I love cum. I love cum. Oh, ooh. What? Nah, take it down. Where's 47? Right, okay.
While documenting every moment, meal, and phone memory, I've got a challenge for you. Turn your phone off for a day and see how uncomfortable you get. You're a junkie, and frankly, I think we all need to.
Shut up, man. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, don't go away. I'm lonely here. Not really. I have a phone. The perfect companion that makes me feel lonelier.
It's just so funny. They guessed everything. They got it all right. Play with my dick and balls. Ah. You can touch my dick and balls tonight. Uh-huh. You can touch my dick and balls. Touch my dick. Do you like dick and balls? You can touch my dick and balls. You can lick my dick and balls. Cardboard box. Alright, okay. Yeah. Got it. Brewski and Ashes.
A PC, a camera. I would never be sat here right now if it wasn't for COVID
Sorry,
and
Kay.
furlough.
It's a good
I would
song.
never have
We don't care about you anymore.
Just a classic recent record.
Sometimes you just want to fucking boogie, dude. Okay. You can touch my dick and balls. Touch my dick. You can touch my dick and balls. Touch my dick. 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 Touch my dick and balls. You can lick my dick. You can lick my dick and balls. You can kiss my balls. You can kiss my dick and balls. Oh, excuse me. Interesting. A great song. Also a great song.
PC because I bought one to stream. I did streaming, and then that means I had kind of a little bit of basic knowledge about equipment and, you know, content creation because I had done streaming. I didn't just wake up one day and go, I'm going to do YouTube, bought all my equipment, and then got started. It was a staggered journey of different things that helped me.
Yeah, my name's Kay, everything's hard. I was at uni, and I almost got essayed. And, it's, you know, I couldn't even do that. Sorry.
And I know that's not what she's saying.
Nah, I'm not sorry.
But she's acting like if everybody applies this method to themselves, they'll be a content creator. That's not true. There are so many different factors. I do also agree, though, with her slightly, that it is possible to make an income of some form through content creation, through views. But again, it requires a lot of effort, a lot of consistent posting. I'm not saying that content creation is hard. I'm just talking about to get kind of off the ground. You know, you see those people that are trying to be content creators and influencers that have been trying for years. And I'm not saying all of this to put people off, but you have to, your heart has to be in it. This whole thing is trying to encourage you to do it because you just want money. That's never a good mindset to have. When I began it, it wasn't for the money. Of course, now it is. I would have to work a normal job, so to speak, if it wasn't for this. So it is definitely partially about the money, and anybody
Can you not retire?
is lying, you know? But what I can probably assume her course will tell you is that you need consistency. So if you are doing content creation, you have to be consistent. You need to pick something niche. You need to be authentic. They are the 3 pieces of advice I can give you. And at the end of the day, another piece of advice is if you enjoy doing something, then it's easy to do. Like, you just post whatever you want to post about and an audience will find you. It just doesn't, you are just never guaranteed this kind of.
Yeah, I mean, she's kind of right. I can't disagree with it. Oh, shit. Touch my balls. Touch my balls.
Lifestyle that she is selling, and I also think this whole crazy, like, she's quitting, that this big build up was just to sell this course. That's why all her content is still up. Not that that's entirely relevant, to be fair, but yeah, that's just my quick little de-influencing you to not buy these terrible courses, and that goes to any subsection of content creation, music, or gym. Like, don't buy people's courses. Don't do that. Promise you, like, any answers you.
Such a hater, exactly. Kate just pulls the ladder up after her. She's okay when she does shit, but when anyone else wants to, it's too far. I need to do brown, don't I? Oh, shit. Fine.
Don't need to do these there. She's making more money money, right? She's a businesswoman, as we've seen. She just wants more money, and I'm not shading her for that per se, but I do think it's wrong to exploit people's kind of naivety when it comes to social media. Like, I was watching TikToks where people would basically talk about how, like this is a scam and you shouldn't buy the course, and comments were like, oh, I just bought it. Like, girl, I'm sorry if you buy it after watching this video. I can't help you. You're done. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. No hate really to Camilla. I think she's done great for herself.
Yeah, exactly. Get your bag, queen. Get your bag, queen. Brat hot girl, do one. Let's see. Anything funny I can do? Cop shoots taser out of Uber. I mean, that sounds pretty funny. This is a Pearl. Pearl's usually fucked in the head.
My wife, she's kind of gotten out of control with her spending. She got a credit card this year, and she maxed it out at $6,000.
What'd she buy?
She has. I mean, I go home every day, and I look around, and I don't see anything besides clothes. I guess. I mean, maybe clothes.
Okay, I have a haul, and this is from the last 2 days, and Loki did a little bit of damage. So let's see what I got.
Hey guys, it turns out another feminist needs a study from a far left-leaning university to tell her that water is wet, sky is blue, and a little while ago...
I love like Pearl's telling me what to think. But again, she's talking for like third worlders.
...evolved into her using the cheap tactic of asking for sources every second sentence I said.
Right. And again, what's that source?
But debt is not a problem.
Shit.
You can pay it back.
What is the source?
I
mean, you're...
I'm sorry,
so you're just gonna say... You're just gonna talk out of your ass, and then when I give a study...
Well,
they can just say anything.
She didn't care or even deny that the stat was true because she had no idea, and she would look pretty silly if it turned out to be accurate. Instead, she just fell back on the cheap tactic of asking for sources continually in the hopes that I had not memorized an entire encyclopedia prior to sitting down. And heaven help you if it's a stat.
Pearl's fucked. I'm seriously.
Bottom line, asking for citations mid-debate is amateur hour. If you know...
I can't believe this. She's insane. She's actually insane. You know why Brittany Venney did a video on Pearl was because even Pearl still takes more attention away from Brittany because Brittany's half. Pearl's at least full breed. Yeah, if you know, you know. Read The Great Replacement Theory. True. Well, it's just all acting, isn't it? Alright.
The subject. You either know that the stat is true or you don't. And you don't try to derail an entire debate by continually whining, citation needed, citation needed, citation needed, when a fact crosses your path that is inconvenient to
And you can tell our audience is brown.
What are we, destiny? And in this case, the stat is completely true.
Smearing.
Control the overwhelming majority of spending. In fact, when you boil down the numbers, it's quite a severe
True.
economic problem in our supposedly
True.
society. And it would be a lot easier to listen to modern women complain about how oppressed they are if they weren't out here spending all of their money, men's money, the government's money, everybody.
Yeah.
Now, let's start with individual spending. According to BCG, the Boston Consulting Group, U.S. women control approximately 85% of consumer spending across the board. The entire private sector, despite being only 47% of the workforce and 50% of the total population. Let that sink in for a second. It's a result of women not only controlling men's purse strings in relationships, but also women being more careless and wasteful with their own private spending. One of the most common and ridiculous counter-arguments these feminists use to avoid the utter shame of such an imbalance is to say that most of the 85% of spending is somehow selfish. For instance, most of those purchases are for the entire family, like groceries.
Yeah.
As if it were somehow a virtuous sacrifice and a major burden on women to prevent their own kids from starving. Also, that 85% figure includes tens of millions of women who are single, childless, or no longer have dependent children living in the house. Bottom line, we're not just talking about women who are selflessly taking time off from their busy schedules of posting garbage on TikTok to head down to the grocery store. We are talking about a manner of selfish, petty, and self-indulgent purchases. And there are a lot. According to Morgan Stanley, females control the overwhelming majority of spending on luxury goods and services. 90% of designer brand clothing, 85% of high-end accessories and jewelry, and 80% of travel expenditures, and 70% of all dining out. And often the tiny share of purchases made by men in those categories are done to impress and to get women. Essentially, men buy nice clothes, wear nice watches, designer cologne, and pay for fine dining and vacations to get laid. If women did not exist, it is doubtful most men would even bother. Meanwhile, single women dine out and take random trips significantly more often than single men, because women attach much more importance to what this says about their social status in their friend group and on social media. And how can women afford it? The truth is they can. While U.S. credit card debt is roughly equal between the sexes, a figure largely skewed by millions of wives putting their largest purchases on their husbands' accounts, it is women, single and married, who are 30% more likely to put off debts long-term or just not pay them back at all.
Why?
That's why it always makes me laugh when someone brings up the stat that married men make more money on average. Like, that's a good thing for them.
That's a good thing.
Men need to scramble to get more cash in order to satisfy their wife's spending habits. Essentially, if spending a man's money was an Olympic sport, women would come away with the gold every single time, and then promptly try to figure out a way to spend it. Another example, according to Nielsen Consumer Insights, women are responsible for the purchase of a whopping 94% of home furnishings. This shouldn't come as a surprise to any man who has been introduced to a woman's pointless collection of 45 throw pillows and a $10,000 couch. Male furnishings are extremely utilitarian and cost-effective. Men buy what they need for domestic furnishings at a decent price and leave it at that. Women's homes are the exact opposite. Part of this might have to do with our nesting instinct, but that in itself doesn't explain the vast sums many women shell out. This is more to do with the woman trying to meet an arbitrary fashion standard she saw in a magazine once, or again, to signal her social status to others. Bottom line, a difference in male and female taste would be fine if it weren't for the fact, like everything else, many of women's tastes come with the potentially ruining price tag. So it's kind of hilarious that U.S. women are disproportionately far left, socialist, and anti-capitalist. Their spending is literally propping up the entire system that they consider to be so evil. Never mind the fact that they blame the rise of such a system on those awful white men. It's hypocrisy in its purest form. Moreover, with women's relentless spending, it's hardly a wonder that big business and governments cater almost exclusively to their complaints and interests, whereas men's issues are ignored, while they are treated as a little more than walking wallets and cannon fodder. The whole thing makes a mockery of the wage gap. Anyone who is not willfully ignorant, left-wing political fanatic is probably already aware that respected economists exploded all that wage gap crap years ago.
Yeah.
It isn't down to any sex-based discrimination for pay, which would be illegal and has been for more than half a century. It's down to women working less hours, moving into careers with high job security in exchange for lower pay, and failure to negotiate appropriately with private sectors and employers. But even then, 89 cents on the dollar pales in comparison to controlling how 85% of the money in America is spent. Women not only spend their own money, they spend more than half of men's too. In short, in this enlightened age of female liberation and glorious equality, women work far less and spend far more than their fair share. As an aside, it's hardly surprising that men on average work longer hours and go into higher risk, higher stress professions. A man's job and income, after all, plays a role in how women perceive him and determine whether he'll get laid. Women don't have that pressure in the sexual marketplace. Men, on the other hand, don't really care what women do for work or how much money they bring in. Men simply just are not wired that way. And another thing, perhaps paying women less should not be illegal, and we should just leave it to the market to sort out. An employer should not be forced to pay a woman the same if she's willing to do less work, work less hours, or she's ill-suited for the job. For instance, a 5'2", 100-pound police woman earned the same wage as a 6'2", 200-pound
I'm gonna touch my penis.
where the man is going to be more capable of handling himself in dangerous situations. Even as it is, the Equal Pay Act does not apply everywhere. Male models make far less on average than female models. NBA players make far more than the ladies in the WNBA, as they should, because that's what the market dictates. But surprise, surprise, the government is terrible at dealing rationally with the economy. Which brings us to the governmental level. How much in total taxes do men pay versus women? It's not a subject that feminists really like to bring up, and Western governments make it extraordinarily difficult to get clear and reliable numbers.
Dude.
But thanks to the Freedom of Information request in the UK in 2014, we have a pretty good idea. That year, men paid 72% of all income taxes and women paid 28%. That's over 2.5 times more, far outstripping any wage gap, which in the UK at the time stood at 90 pence on the pound. And nothing could be further from the truth. At the population level, Western men pay more in taxes than they get back from the government in social services, while women profit more from various
Touch my piss.
than they pay into the system in the first place. The conclusion was reached by 4 different economic studies carried out in the United States,
She speaks like she's
the
full.
EU, and New Zealand between 2014 and 2024. In 2022, the IMF concluded that in the United States, men transfer at least $300 billion of their wealth to women via government services every single year. That's in addition to the money and the raw purchasing power men may hand over to women in their private lives. In 2023, the EU tax benefit redistribution study found that the heavy use women make of the government services not only shrinks the wage gap to nothing, it reverses it. Men making 90 cents for every euro that women earn. To be honest, ladies, it's really beginning to look like that women need men after all. All these studies only looked at a limited range of social services explicitly devoted to women. The biggest one being the dole paid out to single mothers. Surprise, surprise. These studies did not include expenditure more likely to be voted for by bleeding heart women like
Did I have a pin?
storytime subsidies and tax cuts for quote-unquote marginalized groups and government-funded positions, programs, and scholarships based on the sheer bigotry of diversity, equity, and inclusion. In other words, useless programs just wouldn't exist in any Western country if the majority of women voted like the majority of men. In a way, it's hardly surprising that men should blow a ton of resources on women in both their private lives and on a national level. Men evolved to be this way. For all but 10,000 of the past 350,000 years, or 97% of the time humans have existed on the planet, we lived in hunter-gatherer communities. Men went out into the wild and risked their lives to hunt animals for food and warm animal fur for clothing. Women gathered wild vegetation, nuts, and berries closer to camp, and spent the rest of the time looking after children and making the campsite livable. When the men came back, the women could cook the meat, which provides far more energy per pound than some edible leaves and whole grain, and sew the pelts into clothing and shelter. The men would provide and the women would receive. And before anybody says that hunter-gatherer model has been debunked, no, it's only been attacked in a series of propaganda by left-wing academics with a vested interest in discrediting the idea of natural gender roles. The hunter-gatherer model is supported by hundreds of written encounters with primitive peoples and modern-day observations of hunter-gatherer communities that still exist. At most, maybe 1 in 1,000 tribal women will hunt instead of gather, and 1 in 1,000 men in their prime will gather rather than hunt. Exceptions don't make the rule. Anyway, the role of men as providers and women as receivers largely remained the case in ancient societies. The vast bulk of men would engage in back-breaking labor and on the farm or down in the mines, and the women would deal with the domicile, which was a much harder job in the era before vacuums and washing machines, and women worked outside of the home as 90% of the pre-modern population who were dirt poor often did. It was often supplementary to her husband's work to keep a peasant family from literally starving to death. It's only in modern times where things have radically and disastrously changed. Men have maintained their role of paying for women's stuff, either individually or through taxation, while women are, on a population level, failing their duties towards men, letting their side down as a group, with catastrophic results. The fertility rate is in the toilet because women would rather be out girl bossing or slutting it up during their narrow biological window. In marriage, feminists have the nerve to suggest domestic labor should be equally shared when the financial burdens certainly aren't, either on an individual basis or on a societal one. And quite frankly, there is no pressure for women to be grateful, loyal, or supportive to their chosen partners in life. In short, there's no reciprocity. And when women do work, it's no longer supplementary to the husband's job or focused on making ends meet for the family. It is obnoxious girl bossing in direct competition to men in the job market, and it serves to suppress the growth of everybody's wages. Two people now need to work full-time jobs to buy the same stuff that one person could have bought 50 years ago.
Yeah,
Thanks
that's
to
stupid.
second and third wave feminism, we've got an aging population, shrinking wages, and good luck buying a house. In short, feminism has given us a world that is by no means equal, and one that not only cheats men out of their money, but threatens to destabilize the entire economy and degrade the average standard of living for both men and women. The experiment has, well, and truly failed. And who would have thought that abandoning the tired and tested methods of countless millennia in favor of something a bunch of mentally ill left-wing academics invented in the 1960s would be a bad idea. Even in the workplace, many female jobs are worthless and add little productivity and, by correlation, the growth of the economy. Human resources departments and DEI offers add nothing to productivity, and in many cases, it detracts from it. And the list of such useless jobs just goes on and on and on. Corporations have created entire disposable departments just to give women something to do. There's no better example of this than Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter. Musk laid off 80% of the workforce, 2/3 of which were positions held by women. And what was the result? The website kept running, and within a short space of time, Musk was able to introduce a handful of groundbreaking innovations, from community notes to XAI. In the distant past, women were largely kept out of the workforce because of how brutal and physically demanding most jobs were. But it is true, in a modern world of air-conditioned
Oh my
offices,
shit.
a world that men gave us and continue to protect and pay for, there are plenty of jobs that women can do. And 1 in 1,000 women might turn out to be a Hillary Clinton instead of a Nala Ray. So sure, there are plenty of modern jobs women can do. Whether they should spend their 20s as a corporate branding specialist or an HR manager who adds little to nothing to productivity, or whether civilization has a greater need for them elsewhere. Men are apparently going to wind up carrying women as a financial burden either way, just as they have done for hundreds of thousands of years of history. But in a world where 3 generations
This is
of women
fucked.
have been
Well,
told
waste
they
of
are
time. What am I listen to? Alright, what's the time? Dude, lick my huge dick. Listen to this.
No matter what kind of work your team does, Asana can help manage it. Try it for free.
Find me somebody to love.
Alright.
Amy,
Yeah, what's that?
Sounds like something a fatherless
Uh-oh.
daddy issue would say. But I believe the ladies call this projecting. Or it's giving daddy issues, if you may.
Modern women can't figure out why men are done with dating. We've got a video for you here today from Alpha Central. Let's get right into it.
my eyes are my photos. That's how I see it.
That's nice. Yeah, I like photos. Well, I'm going to keep walking, but it's nice to meet you.
I'm reading the compilation of Oscar Wilde.
Oh, cool.
Oh, they've
It's
got.
fascinating because each book, it's like you never know what's going to happen. You know?
What?
This is what happens happens when dudes shoot their shot. It's met with confusion,
Shoot with their shot.
or sometimes just mean-spirited behavior. Men got the memo, so the best thing to do is just walk away.
So I don't know why you got so mad though.
What do you want me to do,
Huh? I don't know. Be like nice, bro.
Be like nice, bro. Bro. Be like nice, bro. This black culture needs to go, mate. I'm gonna like touch my dick otherwise. Why does everyone talk like a neat? I can't say it. Okay. Oh, Willies and Boo. What great music, man. Yeah, I remember Black Guy got really angry when I said that he liked Ice Spice. Oh, dead ass, dude. Dead ass, dude.
Because if I have a girl best friend, I wanna.
Dude, dead ass, man. Can I just say dead ass, man?
She pretty much summed it up. If a man refuses to be in her friend zone, that gives her the right to be as mean to him as she likes, because when a man refuses to be put in that position, she gets frustrated like a child not getting a brand new toy.
Last time I go over this girl's place 100%.
Why are you tired? Like,
What do
this
you
is your
mean?
second time coming over and you're tired.
Yeah, I work all day and then I get home and I'm
You're
tired.
tired from work.
Yeah.
You're tired from your desk job. Aren't you
What-
just an accountant? Like, you just
What-
sit at work all day?
Yeah, but what do you mean just an accountant? I have to think all day. I have to use my brain. What do you do?
Oh, you have to
What do you
think
do?
all day?
Yeah, what do you do?
I mean, I'm a trainer.
Oh, I wish I could be a trainer.
Yeah.
Just turn my brain off and just have people work out. Just sit there.
If you ask anybody who has a job that uses a ton of brain power, they will be the first to tell you how exhausting the job is. And if a woman ever says that you have no right to be tired just because you have a desk job...
Tell her to like kiss my giant balls, seriously.
What happened? Say it again.
If you're gonna come over and be tired.
Women can kiss my huge giant balls, mate. Lick my massive asshole. That's what Professor Wicknow would want you to do. Professor Wignut can touch my dick and balls. Professor Wignut can suck my dick. He is a massive, massive prick. Oh my god, did you see that? Love my dear.
Social media got you down. Reading the comment section of a story convinced you that the world is full of angry morons.
It is.
Non-stop pop, we're trying to cheer everybody up. And it's impossible to be depressed when you've got pop music throbbing through your veins.
Oh my god. Okay. Nice. Alright. It's going good. Okay. At least put these lifeboats on. Women can lick my asshole and balls.
This guy made the right call. The second she started disrespecting him, he just got up and left. There's no arguing, there's no drama, just an okay, see you later, so good for him.
So y'all hate men when they're like perverted, which is obviously valid. But then you hate a man for wanting a woman to respect herself. Out of all things, this man could have asked her to take her top off.
Lick it, ass calm.
He asked her to pull it
Sorry.
up to cover her cleavage. Y'all literally
Yo.
from lusting over y'all 20
Yo.
This man is doing the opposite and you still hate him. It's like y'all want to be miserable.
Yo, having pizza?
That's because a lot of women
You having birthday cake?
to dislike men. A man could accidentally discover the cure for the world's most deadly disease.
World's most deadly disease.
Issue with him anyway.
What, cancer? No, it's the world's most deadly disease.
Shortest and most correct answer to the question.
Cancer's not a disease, I guess.
Well, it was about the same time that
I don't think it is.
started asking them to stop.
It's a mutation.
Somehow forget that they were the ones who were demanding that men leave them alone. Even when we try to explain it, they gaslight us while crying that Chad isn't talking to them anymore, despite taking 3 hours to get ready to go to Home Depot. Now you're just acting. Condoms for 2 days. This woman's a beast. You're not allowed to scream about sex. It's illegal in America. Brow girl winter. Brow girl winter. What? Dude, who hit me with my car? I need to call my car. Sean's my pimp. This is what happens when you give women too much dinner. Stop it. Stop it. If you give women too much dinner, this is what happens to them. Guess what race he is? When you know, you know. Remember, I'm not allowed to ask what race it is. Was doing what she did, he would be hit with either some pepper spray or a taser by this point. But of course, it's a woman, so the only thing they're allowed to do is calmly tell her to calm down while repeating the word stop over and over again.
6 months or less? 6 months or less? About 4.
Why do women get life on hard mode?
Do you know where you live?
Easy mode though.
I don't know what game's gonna. Okay. Hey, Colette, you're gonna be fine, right? No.
This is what happens when you give women too much dinner.
There's something to be said about dudes who don't bother with the disaster known as hookup culture. That's how you end up running into women like this and having to deal with the police.
They're usually
It's best to
black.
just avoid women like this like the plague.
They're usually black.
Just walked out of the restaurant after waiting for 30 minutes.
Yeah, he's black.
Just being stood up. So I bought this girl flowers. I bought
Oh,
the
what a
restaurant.
loser.
No food.
Fucking
I stayed
loser,
late,
man.
spent time with her.
Definitely black.
I've just been stood up.
Little
I'm
loser.
very frustrated. I'm extremely disappointed.
Okay, look.
It is what it is. This is the risk you take when you go out on the dating words.
This guy did every single thing modern women demand for a first date. He planned everything, he booked a restaurant, he bought flowers, and was openly communicating with her, and he still got stood up. This is why men are done. This kind of treatment is just unacceptable.
So after this, I'm not going to be dating anymore. It is extremely frustrating and disappointing. Why is it so hard to date these days? Why is it so hard to find a decent person who values time and morals just the same way as I do? Why is it so hard to find someone kind, genuine, compassionate, feminine, and respectful? Why is it so hard to date these days? Like, I thought I've done everything as a gentleman. Went and brought flowers for this girl.
Flowers, what a loser, mate.
The way I thought that a gentleman should be doing. And this is...
This is why they brought immigrants over, because they thought immigrants would just still, like, take them out.
This is why men just don't really bother with it anymore.
My fat queen, I'll still love you.
I witnessed nothing. Nothing but death. King energy. There's no further point to make but this. If your person doesn't swerve oncoming traffic with absolute caution, with the emphasis on the stank.
Why do women love dinner so much?
Every person's person. That's our Jenny Chan. Namaste.
Why do women love dinner so
Interesting how
much?
she says that the man must also give that random woman the stink eye in order for it to be king energy.
Give her pink eye.
That not wanting to hug some random strange woman in the street would be enough, but without pettiness, it looks like it doesn't count apparently.
So I love what you're trying to do here. Totally respect it. However, I actually researched this video, and the guy popped up in the comments, and he is single. No woman claims him. He just doesn't like easy women. Again, I'm not clowning this woman. I think her point stands very, very much so. But I just want to point out that men can swerve women without being in relationships. Believe it or not, that is not a taken man. That is just a man with, like you put it, king energy and standards.
King energy.
Outside of the fact that you don't know the person you're hugging, the other big reason you should avoid women like this is because they can be used against you at any time and destroy your life. It's best to not place your hands on people like that.
He is 22, claims to be a Christian, and looking for a long-term relationship. Okay, dude. Like, no worries. We fixed it. See? I don't know why it's so difficult for y'all to put a freaking shirt on. Now we have Laura. Okay, bro. Has the cross right in between her cleavage. But no worries. No worries at all. We have Isabella, who's 30 years old, claims to be a Catholic, also looking for a long-term relationship. And she's partying downtown in a bra. But no worries, because we fixed it yet again. Lastly, we have Anna, another Catholic, looking for a long-term relationship, partying downtown in a bra, drinking alcohol. Worry not. Making women Christian again, one dating profile at a time. That's so tough.
Women like that have made a mockery of religion. They claim to serve a higher purpose, but apparently that's only when they're not walking around in bikinis and trying to scam dudes out of free drinks and meals.
I married, and I had 4 stepchildren. And I was working oilfield construction, making about $20, $40 an hour.
Okay,
Bought a house, had a fixer-upper house, all that stuff, I worked, literally 7 days a week, 24/7, trying to keep my wife happy and take care of my needs.
he looks like Stephen King. I don't know if that's important, but I just.
idea all round, but unfortunately there are many good men out there who will still try to make things work while the wife does everything she can to destroy the marriage just for her own benefit.
After about 10 years, she decided she wasn't happy. She wanted to leave. She didn't tell me to leave. After a couple weeks, I said, you know, you need to take me with you. By that time, she'd already drawn her money out of the bank, hired a lawyer, and then I got some papers that make it my stuff and leave.
She abandons her children with their stepfather, files for divorce, ruins him financially, destroys his life's work, gets law enforcement involved, and it was all done in the name of trying to find her own happiness. I mean, that is just downright evil at that point.
And I started loading up my stereo system and things like that. And I said, no, only your personal effects. I was only allowed to take my clothes. And then I loaded them up in my pickup, and my pickup, Sheriff came back again and said I couldn't take the pickup because it was multiple names that she had a need for it, even though she had a pickup and a car. So I had to unload a pickup, stuff everything in a duffel bag, and that was it. I could start out.
This is just one of the millions of stories men who have had their lives destroyed by a woman in a divorce will tell you. That guy lost everything and was forced to hitchhike away from his home, and it was all over a woman who needed to destroy a good man just so that she could be quote-unquote happy.
When I told her leave my house plenty of times, and she's not leaving.
Alright. Why are women so crazy? Why do women love dinner so much? This is what happens if you give women too much dinner. Everyone keeps joking, but this is generally what happens if you give women too much dinner. They go ape. Yeah, let's see this dude. Should we see some like Chef Ramsay? It looks like fuck. It looks like so shit. It looks like warrior asshole. The music's fucked.
It's fucking disgusting. If this dish was done right,
Oh, look at this. It's a game ender. Yeah, see? Oh, see? He look. Oh my god, he looks fucked.
I mean, it's just like lukewarm and gloopy. See the skin? Yeah. Very watery. There's no flavour anywhere. Just bland. Gotcha. Get it fixed. We'll bring you next week. Okay.
What's wrong with Chappie? He looks fucked.
Okay, now we have the chicken scarapella.
Oh. Wow. It looks dull.
That's not right.
It smells. Is that fresh?
That's not right.
Can you ask me how old the chicken is, please?
That's not right, man.
That was nasty. Got all sorts of games for all sorts of treacles.
I'm claustrophobic, Danny!
It's coming up. It's our most generous January ever. Get a guaranteed win every Saturday this January on Paddy's Wonder Wheel. Paddy Power Games.
How old is the chicken?
I don't know.
When did we get it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We took it out of the freezer yesterday. 14 years old. We took it out of the freezer yesterday.
Oh.
It's frozen. It is not fresh because we can't afford to keep fresh meat here all the time.
I'm gonna suck my nut, mate.
Donate money so I can make it fresh. No problem, but otherwise, tough.
Not even for lunch, but so far what I've just experienced, I shouldn't be open for dinner either.
He took out the freezer yesterday and doesn't remember when the delivery was.
Chappie can take a shitty in my tummy.
Where's the chitlins at? Is that a microwave?
Never eat at a black restaurant.
If we get 1 out of 3, we might be alright.
And this is the chitlins and okra.
Okay. Chitlins. I mean, I know chitlins are the intestine, but should they really stink? Before I do taste them, I'd like to...
It's poo.
Before I put any
chef before he ate the chitlins.
There's no prayers going to save on this one. Oh my god. Whoa. Chitlins. Shitlins. I need the toilet, excuse me. I knew they'd come out quicker than they went in.
Chef Ramsay is a mess.
Listen to the music.
He was laughing so much. Oh no.
Holy crap.
Are you kidding me? Oh my god.
Oh, they stink. Oh.
Shall it be taken it lightly and not seriously at all?
Is he in the children's bathroom? I'm not sure, but I guess the prayer didn't work.
Dear, dear.
He's not used to that soul food, huh?
Why are black people so evil? Why are black people so evil? Racist answers, I don't know.
Sandwich with French fries.
Thank you, darling.
Enjoy.
Racist answers, only, please.
Processed cheese that just like glue. Pulled pork sandwich. Yeah, that's pulled straight out of the bin. Sweet, taste of nothing, and absolutely ghastly. Oh dear. Pulled pork sandwich. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Forgive me, Father, but they have sinned, and I, out of respect for you guys, you're not going to eat that, okay? I don't want to go straight to hell. Oh, man.
Here, fish and chips.
Certainly the best looking thing I've seen. They're really rubbery. Is it frozen, the fish?
I believe it's frozen.
It is frozen. When you take a bite of that cod, it's almost like you've got a breaded condom in your mouth. Oof.
You said it was rubbery, too greasy. It just said it tasted like a frozen cod, and obviously he hit it right on the button. So
This is the same recipe that we've used here forever, so I'm for change. I want change.
good.
Wow, this one is the salmon. Gosh. Thank you, sweetie. Damn. Everything's just so sweet. The dressing is like honey, and so much of it. Absolutely disgusting. Quite possibly one of the worst salmon dishes I've ever eaten.
Like anything.
There's one man's opinion.
It's a pretty successful opinion, though.
What is he eating right now? He's looking like he's picking through it like it's dog shit.
Turkey mouths. My God. If this restaurant prides itself on being healthy, that is not looking healthy. That is dry, and they are disgusting. Come here. Look, smell, Tubbs. There you go. A little bit more, Tubbs. There you go, buddy.
He's feeding the turkey patties to the dog here. I saw him feeding the burger to the dog. First of all, I'm so glad the dog ate it. I was so glad because I thought if the dog doesn't eat this burger, we're fucked. This here is a mokudoku.
Oh, come on. This is a joke.
He doesn't like it.
Didn't know motodufu means shit in Chinese, that's for sure.
He's looking loud.
He's ripping.
He's ripping.
Rice cooked to hell. And I'm stuck here. On the center of the brea. Motodufu. Oh, come on. That is shocking. My God.
That's what he was ripping apart. Oh, that's horrible. Maybe he can get through to Dean about the food. You can smell it, you can taste it, you can talk.
And this is the salmon here.
Black and salmon.
Black and salmon, absolutely. Okay. Very black.
It's dry and it tastes way too fishy for salmon. Like it's been in a refrigeration unit that's not even properly cool. Disgusting. God, the food is bad. That's loud. Thank you.
Welcome.
Wow. Someone is dry. Never cooked. How'd you get that thing? Do they paste that together in the morning and stick it together?
Sliced it just now.
And is the salmon fresh or is that frozen?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest.
Would you ask her? Because it
Yeah.
tastes frozen.
Okay, let me go ask.
Thank you.
He wants to know if your salmon's fresh or frozen. Tell him it's fresh, but it is frozen.
What does that even mean?
She said the salmon comes in fresh and then they freeze it.
It's like eating a piece of cardboard there. That has to be Florida's worst dish ever.
I found the bone in the sauce. A bone. I'm a vegetarian. Losing the thigh in the sauce.
Joe, 2 seconds. There's a bone in the rigatoni. It's vegetarian.
And the tomato sauce, they put pork bones in.
What the fuck? She's vegetarian.
That's how we do it every day.
John is responsible for the methods that we use to produce the food.
Give me John, urgently.
It says if you don't like it, leave.
John, this is urgent now. A lady has just found a pork bone in the rigatoni. To give to the sauce table, we always add it. Sausage, so you're serving pork bones in the sauce of vegetarian. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's how we prepare food for the last 40 years, and I don't see there being a problem.
A pork sauce is not vegetarian.
That's the way we've always done our business.
You can't serve a vegetarian a pork sauce.
What more?
What the fuck is going on here?
I don't know what That's fucking enough. That's enough. That's fucking enough.
Do you want me to order you a coffee? Will that make it better? Are you okay? Because I can't hear you.
Are you waiting for the bathroom now?
No.
My friend got sick.
Is he vegetarian? No. What did he have?
Lobster tail.
Oh my goodness.
And the lobster, he said,
Alright guys, let's get to it.